Welcome to yet another day of D&December. You read the quote. I'll be honest with you and tell you that I am so effing tired of not having a social life or time for hobbies. Listening to an audiobook, Geeks, has me jonesing hard from good old gaming and production work. This is exactly what I run into in my daily life, and a lot of you run into, especially trying to time to play Dungeons and Dragons, or make video about Dungeons and Dragons, or even shoot this. The reason I started doing this live, in fact, is because it takes me an hour to edit a 5-10 minute video, because I got to get everything put together, cut the way I want it, add some effects, delete what I don't want, and then render it, shrink it, and upload it. It takes time, and it eats a lot of things up. So when I see people struggling to even find time to anything, much less just get on board and spend hours role-playing, I understand. It's probably one reason that I found that weekly I got to have a gaming group. We still meet. It's been a little more tricky with the whole pandemic, of course. We are meeting in person, which presents a risk, but we try to limit my contact with everybody else, and we've had a lot of weeks where people are out because of sickness, things like that. But it's everyday things. It's the 40, 50, 60-hour job. It's having to raise kids. It's having to raise an autistic kid. That really gets you into that space that you don't want to game. You just want to chill out. And, hey, there's the 30 millionth thing I can watch on Netflix. I think on Netflix out for them. And you're asleep. To be honest, that's the problem. That's always going to be the challenge for us. Being an adult, unlike what kids think, is hard, because you have piles and piles of shit on top of shit. For example, I had to get a porch clean after I got off of work, to get a porch clean while I still had a couple hours of light and it wasn't too bad temperature, so that tomorrow I can put up Christmas lights before having to run somebody off to do a game, to do band in a game, while dealing with said autistic son, and then still have to clean then, and then work all day, clean, and then game night. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's finding that time to enjoy our hobby, our shared hobby, find that time to get creative, finding that time to just relax and dive into a dungeon where you get to kill monsters rather than having to pay taxes and bills and schedule appointments for gazillion the doctor's appointments, so that you can get even more of those happy pills, because you need those pills to not be falling over. So what I'm saying to everyone, you need to find that time. Doesn't matter if you have to cut something else or someone else out, but all the time seeking, that leads you to not be able to play Dungeons and Dragons or your role-playing game of choice. Trust me, I've seen them from simple things as Fate Core to the last thing I backed, which was a game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Seriously, I backed this. I don't know why, but I like the idea of being able to game the way they like and explore what they like. And having the time to do that, and have the time to be able to look, spend time noodling through books, creating characters, and telling stories with your friends, and just spending time being not busy sucking down somebody else's media, most of which is owned by Disney at this point. Although I wait till the end of Mandalorian. Those times are what makes life worth living, is having that time to enjoy others. So take some time, find that time, whatever you have to do, you should make that time and make space to enjoy this hobby, or whatever hobby you're enjoying. If you're not necessarily hardcore Dungeons and Dragons, Either way, that's pretty much the sort of rant I had today, especially after that message I got earlier. So, going to work with Lars so we can do some more gaming, because more gaming is good. Trying to hit the end button.